harp on, making people the best version of themselves. And you remember you talked about it a little bit. Talk about that leap of faith from you venture off and starting your business. Could you just go and just brush on the leap of faith that you had to have to start your own business? Could you just talk about that experience?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely, because I was a teacher, and so you have that steady salary, and you go into it, and you go from a steady income to not knowing if you're going to have an income, because you can make a whole lot of money or you can make zero. It's all dependent on how hard you work. My wife is an entrepreneur, and she works for a independent company, and she hustles and stuff. And so she was really the inspiration for me, because she quit her teaching job and she hustled and she replaced her income. And so I saw her do it. So I drew a lot of inspiration from her, because she's really strong and really dedicated and really motivated in working for Arbonne, the company that she works for. And she makes a good living and supplies well for us as a family. And so I drew a lot of inspiration from that, because my mom and dad were like, hey, you go to work from 9 to 5 and that's all you do. And I think this generation is different. And if my wife hadn't have pushed me to do it, I'll be real honest with you, I never would have done it, because I just wouldn't. So I have to give all the credit to her for the business. But then once I started, I was like, okay, if this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to do. And so I hustled and I grinded and I worked. When I first got started, I would print out flyers and I would walk around Little League football games and I would put them on the doors, and so a lot of people see the end result. They see the 5,000 square foot facility. They see the jerseys, the NFL footballs, the NFL helmets and things in the gym, but they don't see the fact that I was doing it by myself for 3 years. I was training 6-year-olds at a park. I was getting no-showed. I was putting flyers on cars. I was walking up to people trying to get them to see if they wanted to come. I was making phone calls and all that. See the beginning, they just see the end, and they're like, oh, well, I want that. Well, yeah, you can have it. You got to work really hard to get that. Did I lose you there?
No, I'm here.
Okay. And so you got to work to get that. And so it's not instant. We've been doing this for 6 years and we're still growing. We're still figuring this out. I'm still trying to learn as much as I possibly can. And you have to, at the end of the day, like I decided what I was going to do. I told God, I said, God, I want to do what's best for my family. If this is what you want me to do that's best for my family, then that's what I'll do. And I put my faith in Him. And I said, just take the business and do what you want. One of my biggest regrets from my time at A&M was I feel like I wasted my platform. I had a platform to speak to others, to glorify God, to do the things that He wanted me to do, because without Him, I wouldn't have been there. He gave me the gifts and those sort of things. I feel like I wasted that platform because I used it to glorify myself as a selfish 21, 22-year-old. And I told God, I said, hey, I asked Him, I said, if you give me another platform, I won't waste it. And so that's what we're doing here. We host an FCA at my gym.
At your high school.
Bible verses on the walls. And so we're not a Christian gym. We're a gym that is run by Christians. And so we don't Christian music or anything like that. But God is real. God here because of Him. And we talk about Him in the gym, because if it wasn't for Him, we wouldn't be here. Putting your faith in Him and putting your faith in doing what He wants you to do and trying to live up to God's principles. If you do that, it doesn't matter what happens. He's going to take care of you and He's going to provide for you.